Hello, happy full moon and bulk blessings to all of you. Say hello if you're here. Let me know how you're feeling on this full moon in Leo. We are going to be doing some Akashic readings here today. I'm excited. Who's excited? Let me know. We are in the final full moon of the year of the snake. So this is like our final shed. And it's also the last full moon before eclipse season when we head into some greater momentum. That's what I like to look at eclipse season through the eyes of is momentum, because that's really what this is. There's so much like energy that is swirling and moving and uprooting and expressing and delivering, and we're here to harness that. And that's one of the reasons that I do these readings at these times, because it really gives us the opportunity to be in full receipt of what the universe is offering us. So I want you to let me know in the comments, do you feel like right now you are shedding, you are opening, or both? Do you feel like you're shedding, opening, or both? I personally feel like I am opening. I feel like the shedding is complete at this point in time. It's always an unfolding. It's always an unfolding. I meet myself wherever I'm meant to meet myself. Both, yes. That's very, very on point for this energy right now. To shed, to open, or both, right? We bring those forward. Definitely both. More opening than shedding. Good. But there's still remnants that need release. Yes. And it's not about turning backwards and understanding and analyzing those things that we need to shed right now. I want you to trust that as you open and as you turn your sight further towards where you're being magnetized by your soul, the shedding is automatic. And so you may have some tears, you may feel some discomfort, you may feel some restlessness in the body where you need to ground in nature, you need to move, breathe, open with some more hydration, some shifts in nourishment, right? To just like love on the body. But the fact is, we don't need to get into the head about this. We don't need to get into an analytical space about what else we need to heal or understand what needs to be released, because you are whole, man. You are complete, and you are here for this 1 year, 2026 year of the horse, stepping into eclipse season. Like, this is when the momentum begins. This month of January, which has felt long for a lot of people. Has it felt long for you? Let me know. If it's felt long, it's because this has been like that squeeze, like that last bit of juice that we're squeezing out of the orange, right? Before we head into, all right, we are going to receive this nectar. We're going to drink it in. We're going to let it fuel us. What is your word for the year? My word for 2025 was fueled. That's what makes me think of it. My word for this year is levity, lightheartedness, laughter, really seeing things from the levity of my soul, the levity that my soul is always operating, to view myself. I wrote this down for myself. I write it down every week when I flip my calendar page. Yes, I have a paper calendar for these purposes. You and others exist in the frequency and textures of a higher timeline, right? Let's feel the textures of each other as energy. Let's connect with the energy of other people and not focus so much on their human, how they're operating, what they're saying, what they're doing. Like, let's become essence. Let's connect in essence. That's what this year is about for me. And I feel very collectively as well. Something about January in the depths of winter that feels long. Yes, very long. I've heard that a lot. Celebration is your word. Yes, I'm remembering that now. Thank you for reminding me. All right, so you guys, today I'm going to drop a couple of notes here for you. One, if you are new to me, welcome, welcome, welcome. And I want you to, I'm doing things a little differently today. So if you are not accustomed to my readings and you want to go back to like some standard card readings, you can find those on my channel for sure. Make sure to subscribe so that you can check that out. But if you are somebody who is not super well versed in your intuition, like this is totally fresh and new to you, I'm going to encourage you to check out my Master Your Intuition ebook. I'm continuing to copy this because it's telling me my characters are too long, because I tend to be a little long-winded. So here we go. I'm going to shorten that for you. This is a great place to start if you're new to the intuitive world. It allows you to create a roadmap of like, how do messages come through my inner voice? How does my inner voice naturally express, right? Like, what is my relationship with self feel like? Okay. If you have already done this and you feel like you're pretty well versed in listening to your intuition, but you want to attune to the Akashic records in particular and get a really holistic attunement of your body to the Akashic records, I encourage you to jump into Soul Medicine. That is a digital course. It's $44. It is so beautiful and so delicious. Like, just receive, man. Like, give this gift to yourself to just receive and soak in the vibes. And then lastly, if you feel like you're already there, and you want to just fully embody and expand your consciousness, embody the divine frequency, expand your consciousness and enhance your channeling abilities like a freaking boss, then Akashic Immersion is for you. That's opening with, I've shifted it. There are a ton of coaching calls in this now, because I just really want this to be community, to come into community, just like we meditate together and the vibes expand. That's what happens when we step into the Akashic records together. So you can jump over and check out Akashic Immersion. We start that on February 10th. So today, what I'm doing differently is I have card decks here, and I may use them and I may not. But what I'm called to do today is to really, I want to connect with you more. I just feel this desire to connect with you more, and not just like, okay, let's leave it open to spirit and what comes through the cards is what you're meant to hear. I love that. And I love meeting that. And that is what I wholly believe in. Like, right? Like, we are meant to receive what spirit brings through for us. And I also want to deeply honor the fact that, as most of you said, we are in this final shed. And there are things that are coming up in your human. And the fact is, your human life, the unique blueprint that your soul designed for this lifetime, is here for a reason. And so the interactions you have, the experiences you've gone through, the sensations in your body, the emotional texture and sensation that you get within yourself is for a reason. And those things come up to invite us in as gateways. So I don't just want to open this up to spirit. I want to use the body. I want to use your experience. I want to use your human life and what's coming up for you right now to invite us into Akashic medicine and greater opening to magnetize us forward. So what we're going to do is we are going to treat today as if you're like getting an Akashic reading from me. Like, if you were to check out on my site and pay for an Akashic reading and show up face to face with me, you would submit a couple questions and be like, okay, this is what I need, right? This is what I want resolution on. This is what I want clarity on. This is what I want perspective on. So I want you to bring that forward in the chat today when I prompt you, because I want to speak to the human aspects of us. And I want us to witness that in community with each other too, that are very real and very much coming forward to have us look those in the face and say, thank you for being here. And what is the purpose for you being here? And how can I serve greater and expand more with this frequency that's coming forward? So, oh, happy birthday, Crystal Odin. Celebrate your birthday with us. Come into Akashic Immersion. Happy birthday to you. What a beautiful space to celebrate your birthday. Okay. So this is what I'm going to say before we drop the questions or the areas that you desire guidance. I don't want yes or no questions. This is not a psychic reading. Okay. This isn't, am I going to get more money? When am I going to meet my soulmate? That is not how I work. Okay. I'm not a psychic. What I am is, I mean, I have psychic abilities, don't we all? But when you ask yes or no questions in the records, you're going to get answers, but they are not going to give you the level of depth and embodiment that you're looking for. They're not going to last. I'm not here to give you answers to satisfy your ego so you can say, oh, that girl was right. I feel good now. I'm going to go about my day. And then in 72 hours, you come back to the same question again and you're doubting yourself again. That is not what I'm here for. I am here for, let's talk about an area of your life that feels like it desires more clarity, infusion, nourishment, support, guidance, whatever you want to call it, an area of your life. So this could be, hey, Laura, I could really use some guidance on my relationship. This is what's happening in one sentence. Just like if you were to book a session with me, you'd be like, you know what? Right now, I'm really struggling with my health. And I would really just love some insight on what's going on with my leg pain or something, right? So I want you to give me an area, and I want you to give me a question or a specific related to that. So I have a little bit of context. Otherwise, we're going to be going back and forth all the time. So it's going to feel like an akashic reading for you. If you really want a card, I got cards. All right. I got cards out the ass. So if you want a card, I can do cards. But this is how I'm feeling guided to serve you today. Okay. So I'm going to take a quick sip of water. You do the same. Let's get some energy moving. And I want you to take a nice deep breath with me. Just come into this space. Release anything that happened prior to this. Release any history, any past, any stories that you're carrying with you from a previous version of you that existed before this exact moment in time. Take a nice deep breath into the base of your spine and come into full presence with you in this moment, the sensations of this moment that are coming in your body, your mind, your emotional field. Even what's immediately in your environment right now, full on presence with what you are experiencing right now. I don't care where you're going next. I don't care what you have next today. Right now is what I want you to tune into. And as you're tuning into this, breathing into this, allowing the body to soften, the face to relax, the jaw to loosen. When you open your eyes, I want you to drop that area that you desire receipt from the Akash today and something specific about it. And the Akash will choose who receives the first reading. And I want you to copy and paste and save this note, because if you are not chosen and it's something you want to bring forward again and just quickly drop it next time, the next time I prompt you for the next reading, save it in your notes on the side so that you can just drop it in next time. I moved the other side to the other side of the world, lost about everything, and would love to have direction about the next step or steps. Thank you, Nicole. And just so you know, just by dropping this here, you guys, the energy is starting to move. Like your intention is set, is devoted, is refining. And the universe feels that, and the universe hears that, and being in community with this energy and allowing yourself to be seen, even having this like spoken out loud, it's starting to move already. I want you to know the opening happens anyway, whether you get the reading or not. All right, I'm giving you guys another moment because I know there's a delay. Don't give me a novel. Nicole, give us a nice example here. Career. I feel momentum in both areas of my life, nursing and spiritual, trying to surrender to the divine plan, but also curious about balance and making space for both. Beautiful. Just had a conversation about this with one of my clients the other day. This energy is very present right now. This idea of like two identities, right? Like two aspects of self that exists at the same time. That's really beautiful. It's very, very alive in the field right now, Jenna. You're tapped right in. Met my husband online. All felt aligned, yet when we met in person, I was hit with an energy that was disorienting, and I've been struggling with our connection since. I'd like a clearer understanding. Beautiful. Thank you guys so much for opening your hearts here too. This is such a beautiful community. I love connecting with this community. Okay. I'm starting to feel ready to dive into this. Okay. I'm really feeling strongly pulled to Jenna Kaleli right now. Sherry, I'm still afraid to move forward in my gifts. I have been feeling that from you, Sherry Jones. I've been feeling that from you, and I've been wanting to Squeal at you from my corner of New York, sister. Can't wait to dive into this sucker. Drop it again later when I get to you, because I'm choosing Jenna Kaleli right now. How do I need to move out of my own way? SCL 96, I would love to know what wisdom my physical body has for me. I'm so used to living in my head. I'm only now starting to truly pay attention to my physical health. I'm struggling to love myself and hope to find the strength to love myself. I lost my husband, have my beautiful 3 girls. I'm genuinely focused on my career for purpose for us in this time. I'm also struggling with opportunities and openings. I'm having eyesight issues, also a property that I would like to have clarity into. Moving from hiding to honestly sharing my views without anger. I'm practicing non-judgment, accepting that this openness recently caused a client to leave. New pup in 8 weeks. What's our journey? I love seeing all of you. I love bringing all of these human aspects, these human fractals of divine energy into presence, into spoken community. Okay. Save your responses, beautiful friends, because we're diving into Jenna Kaleli right now. Career. This is for any of you that feel this aspect of self that feels like I'm pulled between one or the other. And I know that I can do both, but how? Right? I feel momentum in both areas of my life, nursing and spiritual. Beautiful marriage of those two, by the way. Trying to surrender to the divine plan, but also curious about balance and making space for both. All right, I got some fiery energy coming forward for you right now, Jenna, and you're going to love this because I know your energy, and this is it's meeting you where you already are, and it's just bringing more of it into sensation, knowing, and conscious awareness. Okay. So take a nice deep breath with me, sister. I want to free channel here. And I also want to take you into a little bit of a practice. The free channel that I'm bringing forward immediately from them is very bold and direct, shocker, right? Which is, enough of the surrender piece. Okay. This came forward for another private client of mine as well. Not the same one I was just talking about, but this, enough of the surrender piece. We can seriously bypass our mission so much by surrendering, right? You are surrendered enough, sister. I know you. You have been on this path for a while. You're already surrendered like a motherfucker. Okay. Maybe that's your new mantra. I'm surrendered like a motherfucker, right? You're already so surrendered. Can you just say, I'm already surrendered? Now I get to decide. Now I get to come into co-creation with the universe where I am commanding what I desire. This is what I want. And it's not because I want it, because it makes me feel good and it makes my life happy and it makes my heart feel good and it boosts my ego. I'm doing this because this is where I'm drawn into service. And I am fully receiving the invitation from you to step into service. So no, I am not going to say that I'm in nursing and spiritual. I'm going to say that I'm both. I am the spiritual nurse. I am the Akashic nurse. I am the Reiki nurse. I am the light, the illuminated nurse, whatever word is feeling good for you. You are both. Claim that you are both. This is your identity. You lead the merge of these two with your identity. You bring your spiritual everywhere you go. You serve spirit everywhere you go. So you get to know that. You get to claim that. This is not about how are these going to come into space. This is, I'm choosing to assume the identity that already is. I'm choosing to assume the identity that I already am both, that I am the illuminated nurse. I do this in every aspect of my life, and it's naturally going to come together. And I'll tell you, Jenna, when I was shifting from being a traditional therapist of over 20 years with a very successful career, a long wait list, and a huge caseload, and I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to lead these people? And people need this. Oh my gosh, right? I was like, no, I'm following spirit. I'm starting to weave spirit into traditional therapy for those people who are open. I'm starting to bring what I offer in spiritual or in traditional therapy, which is the groundedness, the wholeness of a human, integrating all aspects of self and bringing that into embodiment of our spiritual mission, right? And I brought that into that world and they just molded together. So it's about you deciding you are both, but where do you lead from? Where do you primarily lead from? You primarily lead from soul. You primarily lead from soul. So this isn't about surrender. This is about you meeting soul face to face, coming together and not having hey, let's connect and immerse and Feel nice and warm and fuzzy together. Let's have a brainstorming session. Let's come together and have a work session. We're coming together in a co-working space. We're putting in our ideas on the table, and we are brainstorming. We are co-creating, right? Let's get the momentum rolling. So this practice that I was talking about, it's taking these aspects of self, right? Doing parts work around this, which I know you've experienced and played with. And it's allowing these two aspects of self to speak to one another as you witness them, calling each of these aspects of self forward and being able to have them inform one another, right? So it's like, what do I offer that I can receive over here? What do I offer that I can receive over here? Where can I receive intentionally, like draw energy from you? Where do we support each other instead of being at any level of dissonance? Because if these two aspects of self exist, they are there for a reason. They are not in dissonance. They are not in dissonance. They are working together. So it's about you coming into more energetic and conscious presence of, I want you to spend some time together and inform me as to how you share in one another's energy, how you amplify one another's energy, how you enrich one another's energy. Energy first, action second. The how comes when we work with the energy. Let these aspects of self get integrated and claim that identity. So how does that feel? I have a potential opportunity to start offering sessions and still having the full-time job. So why the hell would you not say yes to that? Do you want to do that? Like, do you want to do that? Does that sound fun? I mean, hello, the universe is handing it to you. I don't know about the how. Here's the how. Really? Let me know how that feels. Okay. If you have not dropped something yet, because I can actually still see everything you guys dropped from before. But if you have not dropped anything yet, you can drop an area that you desire guidance and something specific about that. And you'll see the examples in the chat. But I can see everybody's already, starting with Nicole Lacey's, that I will tune into in a minute. But I want to finish up here with Jenna first. Definitely saying yes to sessions, but also want the job. And I'm worried about time and energy. Fuck time and energy. You work in infinite time, okay, dude? Like your soul leads. I want you to know, do you have any idea how long you've wanted to feel passionate momentum? Do you have any idea how long you've wanted that? I'm a classic overcommitter. Nope, that's old stories. I'm not meeting you there. I'm meeting you here. I'm meeting you where you are now. You are so goddamn sourced. Do you have any idea how much momentum you have developed in your field over the past year? Over the past like 3 months, Jenna, right? Like, dude, listen to your energy now, what you've cultivated now, who you've decided to be now, not who you've been in the past, because I hear you. I want you to know that I see you in this, because after having sepsis and chronic illness for 7 years and all the things, I could talk about that for an hour and a half, right? I do have those things come in every once in a while. Okay, I really want to do this. And spirit is like, it's so clear that spirit really wants to, and it feels so, so good, but I'm scared of getting sick again. I'm scared I'm going to burn myself out. I'm scared I'm overdoing it. Nope. I got to lean into that edge. I got to lean into that edge and also identify and recognize and know that this is also my medicine. What you're doing is also your medicine. It is also your social interaction, connecting with conscious community, connecting with social interaction with beings above, right? To expand your confidence, to expand your gifts. I promise you, when you do this, you are going to have more energy. You're going to have more time and space open up because you are going to be operating so efficiently because you're working in higher consciousness. And in higher consciousness, we attune to that more, we receive more of that, and we allow it to express through us. We become unstoppable. It is wild. I used to have my calendar stacked with therapy clients, stacked. And I loved it, right? But it was burning me out. And I didn't recognize it at the time, but this was 10, 15 years ago. right? When I started saying to myself, okay, I'm just going to open, because I used to be one of those people, I don't have time. I don't have time. I have too many clients. I have too much work to do. I have too many notes to write. I have too many insurance claims to submit. Like, I just can't. I have time. I don't have time. And I was like, stop talking in lack, Laura Mazzata, right? I'm going to instead intentionally open up space to do what I'm being drawn to, even if it's 2 minutes. I started with 2 minutes a day. Then I went to 10 minutes. Then I went to 15. And literally, the universe would be like, I'm going to clear your calendar. 3 clients would cancel that day. Or all of a sudden, I would be blowing through sessions and I started shortening my sessions because I was so fucking efficient. I was seeing through to stuff in half the time I was before. So I went from 60-minute sessions to 45 to 30. All right. I could talk to you about this for hours. Can you tell? I saw that coming. Cannot wait to serve others as peers, but I know I'm here to impact healthcare. Both. I feel the same way. I know that ultimately I'm going to be educating other therapists globally on this kind of stuff. I know it's coming. It's not right now, but I know it's coming. And I'm already having impact on other therapists in this field. They hire me all the time on an individual or, group program basis. So trust that. That's where you not surrender, but trust that that is happening because it is done, because you have claimed it to be done, because it is part of your mission. It is the integration of all that you are. And the integration of all that you are is the most brilliant medicine, dude. Okay, I love you. I hope I answered your question, dude, because I just went with what was coming forward. Okay, so I can still see these guys. So I'm going to tune into this. Take a nice deep breath, drink some water. Whether that was for you or not in terms of content, there's an energy within that every single one of you was meant to receive. You're welcome. I love you too. Giving you a big hug. All right, Sherry Jones, I got to dive into this for a second, okay? I'm still afraid to move forward in my gifts. How do I need to move out of my own way? You need to stop looking about how you need to move out of your own way. There is nothing else that needs to move out of your own way, okay? What's in the way is you not seeing that you're already there. I've been telling you for years that your energy is the epitome and the embodiment of Mother Earth. When you come to my retreats, you ripple through the entire community. People anchor in your energy. You are soul medicine. You need to receive more of your own soul medicine. How much are you offering yourself your own medicine? Stop listening to other people. Stop going to other people's masterclasses. Stop joining things. Stop signing up for programs. Spend some time being in presence with your own medicine. I want you to feel into the energy and the edges of your own field. I want you to feel the vibration, the pulsing impact and resonance of your own love. You do not allow yourself to receive this. You need more space to do so. You know exactly how, and it's all right here for you. But there is nothing for you to fix or get out of your own way about. There is only a space for you to open into more receipt of what you are. Absorb more of your own divine love, knowing you are Source itself. You are Mother Earth itself. And I want you to hold the hands of every single person that comes into your space and know with intention that you are transmitting healing frequencies, elevating frequencies to every single person that comes into your field. I want you to already choose to embody what you are, which means just start doing the healing work. This doesn't mean to be that you're, setting up sessions and everything. It means that whoever you interact with, you hold their hands and it is a transmission. And I want you to feel into the transmission that comes from you into them, because I want you to feel not only your own field, as we just talked about, but I want you to feel the transmission of your own medicine. I want you to feel the ripple effect. I want you to feel into the fields of other people that receive you and how they shift and open, being in your presence. I want you to witness your own love. Your gifts are not something to be refined. They are not something to be learned. They are not something to be understood on a conscious level. They are something to be transmitted and felt by yourself and in the reflection of how other people receive you and reflect to you. You are potent, holistic medicine. I love being in your presence. It is impossible to not overflowingly receive when I'm in your field and be just bowled over with a deep nourishment and love. Receive that over and over and over again. Watch this replay and receive that over and over and over again. Drink your own divine love. Saturate yourself with it and stop looking outside of you for anybody else to offer you answers. You are bypassing and distracting yourself from what you already are. All right, I love you. How's that feel? I'm receiving you right now. Is anybody else receiving, Sherry? My heart feels like it's going to explode. Excellent. I've been really wanting to kick your ass, Sherry. And I haven't even talked to you. I've just felt your energy. And I'm like, I really want to kick her ass. I really wish she were in my field right now so I could kick her ass, like on a human 3D level. Thank you, Jenna Greengold, for receiving Sherry. Thank you guys for receiving Sherry. Sherry, my heart feels like it's going to explode. Good. I want you in that state every fucking day of your life. If you have to play this every day, not to listen to my teachings and receive from me, but to have the reflection of you emanated back so that you can receive all of you. Do it to get into the pattern of doing this. I want your heart exploding every day. That is what we avoid because it can feel uncomfortable. Oh my gosh, I desire so big. Like, I don't even know. I can't even take it. I can't even handle myself. I'm going to explode. That's the expansion that we are being invited into. Because guess what? We need to continue to explode to come even close to matching source energy, man. And we're not going to in this lifetime, just so you know. But let yourself continue to explode. Okay? Sherry, before this live closes, I want you to drop something here for everyone in this community. Something that comes through from spirit. It could just be a loving statement. It could be a whole host of emojis that encapsulates the vibration that's coming through you. It could be a channeled message. But I want you to tangibly feel yourself being received in this space. And I want you to put it here. Okay? Yay. Love you. Okay. I'm very excited I can still see these to save you guys from having to type these again. Okay. Okay. I'm struggling to love myself and hope to find the strength to love myself. It's me, Namira. Are you still here, love? Well, let me know if you're still here. I feel a lot of energy moving today. Good. Okay. So make sure you drink water, guys, and just breathe if you're receiving this. All right. I'm struggling to love myself and hope to find the strength to love myself. Thank you so much for being here and opening your heart to us and opening yourself to receive. Okay. You do have the strength to love yourself. And I want you to realize you don't have to love yourself on your own. We're never in this alone. And we have access to infinite resources to infuse us with love, to infuse us with self-love. I'm going to free channel here. Okay. So when I say that, that means that it might not necessarily be make total sense. Just so you guys know, if you haven't been here before. but I'm going to weave it together. I always do. So what's coming forward is like, loving yourself is honestly the biggest act of reverence and honoring of source energy, because source created us as these precious, unique, divinely designed beings here for a purpose to really play out this whole 3D situation, right? In order to elevate the universe, to expand the universe, to expand the planet. So it's number one, I want you to realize that loving yourself isn't about you. Loving yourself is about spirit. Loving yourself is about humanity. Yourself is about expanding into the medicine that source is intending for this experience in this lifetime. So I want you to stop thinking that you have to source from within yourself to love yourself. I want you to realize that you get to receive self-love through the love of source and through the love of other people in your life, because we're here to co-regulate. We're here to be in exchange with humanity. And so when source comes through and delivers people into your world, you get to extract, receive, welcome, deepen nourishment of the love you are receiving from them. I just did a masterclass called Reclaiming Value on this that was fucking brilliant, where we were talking about, one of the things we were talking about was being in energetic space with other human beings, and not necessarily regarding what's happening there in that interaction, but saying, I stand for claiming my fullest value, claiming my fullest level of self-love. And so anything that comes into my field, I know is a gift from source and is something that I get to receive loving energy from. So can you shift this in terms of a decision that you make around, I am choosing to prioritize self-love. That doesn't mean I have to figure out ways to do this for myself, to build this within myself. We all know we can do self-loving practices like taking a bath, putting beautiful lotion on, going to do things that nourish us, buying ourselves flowers, nourishing our bodies, getting a good night's rest, lighting candles and giving ourselves like a nice cozy place. Like we already know how to do like those self-care things, but like deep self-love is about integrating all aspects of ourselves. And a lot of times these aspects of ourselves that we don't even realize are there or are desiring to be integrated and loved more wholly by us are reflected by other people. So this can be other people coming into your field and pissing you off. This can be other experiences coming into your field that you get really anxious about. And instead of making it about fixing those things or about, dealing with the resolution of a relationship or something that's activating our nervous system, we get to be in presence with this energy and we get to say thank you to every single one of these things that comes into our field and say thank you. I know that source put you in my field because there's something that is desiring to be shown to me so that I can meet more aspects of myself with love and compassion and presence and come into that frustration and say, hey, I totally see you. And I love you. And thank you for coming forward and showing me where you desire more love. Make it all about you. Everything that's reflected to you, everything that's coming to you is about you. It's about your own expansion, because the cultivation of you, the holistic embrace of all aspects of you, even the stuff that feels heavy, that feels like it's in your past, that it's influencing how you feel about yourself now, right? Like all of that is a part of the tapestry that is you in this lifetime. And a lot of times we struggle to love ourselves because we're looking at our history of ourselves. We're looking at things that have happened before instead of looking at loving the energy that is here right now. Can you fully embrace the energy that is here right now? Let your soul infuse you with self-love. There's no struggle to self-love unless we decide to engage in it. I always say when people feel defeated, I'm like, good, that means that you've decided not to be in battle anymore. That means you've decided not to struggle anymore. You've just decided to receive what is already here. And that can feel like a harder task to our human, to sit still and let all the other shit go to the side, like our minds and our nervous systems and all of that, and just come into presence with, I am going to sit here until I feel it. I'm going to sit here until all of me that desires and needs to be integrated right now becomes integrated. Because I'm devoted to me first and foremost. And that is my wholest foundation. Okay, just breathe into that and let me know how that feels. I finally can cry. I was so closed. Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah, when I need to cry, like when I know that I need to cry, I'm just like, all right, I will like call the person or like turn on the thing that I'm like, all right, let's just get this going, people. Like this needs to move. Okay. Thank you everyone for receiving that. I feel like there was something in that for every single one of us, because I don't care how much you love yourself. There's always room to love yourself more, because we're never going to get to the level of self-love that source loves us in this lifetime. I mean, we're going to get close if we're on this path and we're like, yeah, okay. But man, there's nothing like it. You're very welcome. Thank you for receiving. Exactly. Exactly. No, we're all going to receive from this. Yeah, it's such a beautiful community. Okay. I'm going to go back because I can see all your messages. I'm so pleased. Okay, the light between. Are you still here? The light between. Moving from hiding to honestly sharing my views without anger. I am practicing non-judgment, accepting that this openness recently caused a client to leave. New pup in 8 weeks. What's our journey? All right, let me know if you're still here. The light between. And we will move into it. I apologize if you can hear my daughter screaming at the dog. Okay. My college student is home this weekend and I am just soaking it in. So I hear everything that comes out of her mouth with just a smile, because I love having her energy here. She's just freaking beautiful. All right. I'm going to say this again. Moving from hiding to honestly sharing my views without anger. I'm practicing non-judgment, accepting that this openness recently caused a client to leave. How do you know? Right? And you know it's all for us, right? It's all for us. And they signed up for this too. So that's what I want you to know. They can give you a reason and say, well, I left because of this. How do they know? We don't know the contracts that exist between us and other people. I was talking about this the other day in one of my programs. I can't remember, but it's like I did this forgiveness practice with my father and I did it with my older sister, both of whom are not. My father passed away. My sister's been estranged from the family for almost 20 years at this point. And I thought that when I did these practices and when I was in space with them, I thought it was going to take forever to heal this with my father and have this energy complete. And I thought it was going to be really fast with my sister. And it was the other way around. And so we just don't know, like on a conscious level, even if somebody's saying, I left because of this, or I am never going to meet you in that, or I'm never going to, you know, like if we're in a relationship and they're like, no, I can't do that. That's not who I am. You don't have to believe them. You don't have to make that reality. You get to deny 3D reality. Okay, that's your truth. I understand that that's your truth. That doesn't have to be my truth, right? Right. That's your assumption. I don't have anger, but this may come off that way. That's your assumption. You get to hold your truth. So what is your truth about how you express? Because I'll tell you right now, the way that the akash moves through me is not comfortable for my human. It hasn't been. I've gotten more and more and more comfortable with it as time goes on, and I will continue to become more comfortable with it as I continue to unfold and embody this energy more and more deeply as I'm shown more and more aspects of myself. But the akash wants me to be bold. The akash wants me to be direct. The akash wants me to say shit that is activating to people sometimes, right? That is not always comfortable for my human, and that's why I tell people, you want to sign up for meeting with me in the space of the Akashic Records, get ready to receive. Very directly and very honestly, just like you said here, honestly sharing my views. We do not decide how the soul desires to express through us to ensure that our momentum is moving and our purpose is fulfilled in this lifetime. We don't decide that. We receive it and we meet it and we decide whether or not we are going to receive it more deeply and express it more purely. And that's what you're saying here. I want to express my soul more purely, but there's a part of you that's hiding because it's like, oh, I don't know. Is that too much? Is that too much? Am I saying too much? Am I being too bold? Am I pushing people away? Then they're not meant for you in this season, or they are meant to get activated by you. They are meant to have that seed planted within themselves, and they are meant to move with that on their own. You need to be you need to be comfortable with the fact that some people might make you the bad guy because they're not able to see what it is their souls are inviting them into by coming into space with you at that time, and they need more space to integrate. You get to make this shift in this relationship with this client mean whatever it is you want it to mean, or you know it means from a higher consciousness perspective, because I know what it always means, and it means that it expands them and it expands you. And it might not look like that in the moment, but it expands both of you. There is no walking on eggshells in this work. I'll tell you, that's one of the things that I witnessed in the therapy world, being a therapist for over 20 years. There's a lot of walking on eggshells and beating around the bush. And that's a lot of the reason why people end up in the therapy chair. And I am not here for that shit anymore, right? Let's cut to the chase. Let's get right to it. I see exactly what's going on here, and I'm going to say it because I serve spirit more than I serve humans. I serve spirit more than I serve humans. Why? Because when I serve spirit, humans are automatically served, and not in the way that I desire to with my own human mind or agenda, with the way I am driven by spiritual energy, because that has more medicine from them than I ever will as a happy little human in my mushroom thing. Right? Like I can be the most intelligent person on the planet. There is nothing like the intelligence of the divine. This is not about you, the light between. It's not about you. This is about spiritual service. This is about spiritual service. Okay, let me check in with the comments for a second and see if there's anything else. Isn't it so wonderful when they come home from college? Oh. The akash constantly challenges my human. It's lovingly confronting. That's what I always say about this work. It is always going to be confronting, but it's always from a place of love. It's like a parent who's like, I see you. Let's cry for a moment. Let's move. It's holding both. That's what I love about the duality of the akash. It's like we've got that masculine energy of like, I see you, I'm holding you, I'm here for solidarity, and I also see exactly where you're moving, and I'm not going to stop, allow things to stop on our path. I'm devoted to movement. Love you, sis. Needed to hear that. Love you too. Thank you. It triggers our safety when there is monetary attachments. A client of, yes, it does. Okay. Let me be with that for just a second. It's always this or something better. It's always this or something better. Okay, so what makes you think that that is where your money comes from? Because your money comes from source, your money comes from expansion, so there's going to be even more, and that's what you decide. There's a lot of deciding themes coming through here today. That's what you decide. Is you decide that the completion of that relationship, 6 years, that means you're entering a year 7, the completion of cycles, right? A completion of a spiritual cycle with 7 years. So you're coming into that, a new cycle where you're going to receive 2 clients with double the money. Decide that you're going to receive 2 clients with double the money. And not only that, those clients are going to be easier. They're going to be so easy. And you might say, oh, well, that client was easy. Guess what? It's going to be easier because it's going to be the natural, honest expression of you as it moves through you. Your source of everything, including money, is source itself. This takes patience and devotion to believe as a human being because we are conditioned so otherwise. And there's a lot of mind chatter all the time about, no, that doesn't make sense. I need to pay my bills. Yes. And you also get to decide over and over again, more and more often, who you are and what you're claiming. You also get to decide what is moving through you and what is opening for you and what is opening to you. This is about you coming into a greater claiming of the honest channel that you are, because when you do that, you deepen that relationship. And yes, the pup is going to be grounding. I appreciate that. But I don't want you shifting the reliance that you had on the client for safety to the reliance on the pup. I want you to know that that feeling that you think you're going to have when the puppy comes exists now. You can access that frequency now. The feeling that you had when you had that client and the money was coming in, you know that body, that frequency in your body. You know that sensation in your body. You know that vibration. You are already attuned to it. Call it forward now, over and over and over and over and over again. Make it your medicine, the pill you take multiple times a day. If you're serious about this, the universe will be too. Yes, drawing in more juicy client work with people who are more aligned with your authenticity. Exactly. And they're going to open you the light between. You're going to be opened even more. You're going to be opened even more. And you're going to blow yourself away with your own gifts. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, like, why was I even worried about this? When spirit looks down at us, it's like, okay, like, I mean, sometimes it's like, I get it. Like, I get it. You're human. I know we decided to do this together in this lifetime, but seriously, like, come on. Like when I look at your field, I see 3 people, the light between, not 2. I see 3 people coming into your world. I see 3 people, 3 souls who are eagerly awaiting your gifts, who are very eager to receive you. Know that, connect to that. I was with the same mentor for 5 years. Laura showed up at just the right time when I needed her the most, and my primary mentor shifted. It's all divine and aligned. You got this. Thank you, Jenna. I love you. That space between us. Fire. Thank you. We all needed that. We all needed that energy and that frequency. I feel like a rock star right now. Like it's just that energy that moves us, right? So good, so good, so good. Thank you so much for bringing this forward and for supporting each other in this community. Okay, you know what I want to do? I want to freshen up this feed. There's been a lot of energy moving. There have already been insights that have come forward for some of you who already left messages of areas that you want guidance. There is energy and clarity that has already arrived for some of you in the areas that you dropped, whether you have conscious awareness of it or not. I want you to take a moment before we enter into these final couple readings. And I want you to tune into the body. Take another deep breath with me. And I want you to feel into the area that may have shifted since you dropped something earlier in this chat. That you desire guidance, that you desire receipt, and one specific around it. So it can be, I'd like guidance on my health. I'm having pain on my left leg. I'd like guidance in my relationship. I feel like we keep running in circles. I want you to rephrase it. Just write it fresh. I don't want you to copy and paste, like I said earlier. I want you to write it fresh. Because I want the new frequencies and the energies that have already moved in this live to be integrated within that, and drop it now. And for those of you who have trouble with this and like don't know how to kind of tune into your intuition and really get an understanding of what your inner knowing is asking, you can grab my ebook. I just dropped that again. That's for those of you who are, you know, still trying to figure out, how does this stuff work through me? If you've already done that and you want to bring your body into holistic attunement of the Akashic records, then grab Soul Medicine. And if you want to fully embody and master the Akashic records and expand your consciousness and expand your channeling abilities like a fucking rock star, Akashic immersion is your next step to look at. Okay, so you can take a peek at those. These are helpful support options for when this live is closed so that you can continue momentum and you can take this energy and be like, okay, I'm going to do something intentional. I'm going to do something intentional to take that next step, to continue this energy in motion. I'd like guidance on relating with my husband to shift what feels awkward and misaligned. What is my next step? I'm really feeling Sharon. I was starting to feel you already, but I wanted to freshen this energy. So thank you, Sharon. I was specifically thinking about you. Okay. Love myself for who I am. Yes, Namira, thank you. I want to know how I'm supposed to use my abilities and what direction to go in with them. I'd like guidance about why I moved here and what to do from there. What's my contribution? I love the shifts in these. I would like guidance in my health concerning my eyesight and also property that's currently causing family problems. I'd like guidance on how to understand my dreams. Some feel like messages, but I never know if that's true or not. Have you ever checked out the Lucid Mystic on YouTube for dreams? She's the most wonderful human. Her name is Haley, and I love the hell out of her. We've worked together a lot over the years. And she is a dream expert. And she has a beautiful sleep music channel too that you guys can check out that is just super soothing and loving to receive before you fall asleep. So she's an awesome resource if you want to dive into that more. Yeah, check her out. She's just the cute. She's such a genuine, warm-hearted, loving, amazing human being. She's massively intuitive. I love her so much. So I highly encourage you to check that out and just play with that for any of you who want to dive into dreams. Okay. So Sharon, let's tune into this, okay? Because I'm really feeling this. And I also like this too, because this is really in the context of intimate relationship, which is something that we haven't really touched on much in this live in particular. And so it feels really like it's of real service to people watching live or on the replay too. I'm feeling into the energy of this. Just give me a minute because it's coming. I already have a download coming through, but this one doesn't. I just don't want it to be disjointed. Okay, the first thing that's coming forward is detach where things are with him now from where things have been with him in the past and where things were when you first met. Because our energy is only impacted by other people if we allow it. And sometimes we don't recognize this on a conscious level, but sometimes on a subconscious level, we allow ourselves to be impacted, right? And then we realize that kind of later on. But it's a recognition too that everything that has kind of like come into your space and context with him is for you, right? It's here to strengthen you, to expand you. And what's coming forward here is really you deciding not to feel awkward and deciding not to feel misaligned, meaning you are the energetic guide for this relationship. You are the energetic leader for this relationship. When you are on this path, especially at the level that you are, Sharon, when you are on this path, we do raise our hands to lead from an energetic perspective, from a vibrational perspective, whether we like it or not. And leadership is a definition that you can come up with on your own. That does not mean that you need to fall into the definition of leadership that has been defined in society or in your world, your 3D world at all. You get to decide what it looks like and feels like to be an energetic leader. But what this looks like when it comes to your own ownership of it is your embodiment of, I am going to take full responsibility for saturating, standing, and honestly expressing my fullest energy. I do not sign up for awkward. I sign up for full impact, which means if he feels awkward, if there becomes a distance between the two of you because you are fully expressing and embodying all of your energy, then you allow that to occur. Because if that is allowed to occur, and this is a relationship that is meant to continue, then the other person in the relationship is going to start to shift their energy to align more with yours. Know that you are a magnet for alignment. You are a magnet for comfortable relationships that feel like home. You stand for that. You call that in. You embody that. And when you embody home, and everyone that comes into your field gets to feel magnetized to that energy, gets to shift into that energy. That is their choice, right? And so he gets to have a choice. I don't want there to be trying energy here around, well, I'm trying to make things aligned. I'm trying to understand. No, you get to be in full alignment with yourself, be fully honest as you. That means expressing your heart entirely and knowing that you are always coming from a space of love, even if sometimes the things that come out of your mouth are, I feel frustrated right now, or I feel angry, or I feel agitated by this interaction, or this doesn't serve me. Being really honest about that. This feels uncomfortable to me right now. I'm going to go bring myself back into a space of home. If you would like to join me, you're more than welcome to receive these vibes as well. That is what you prioritize. There's no trying energy here about shifting what feels misaligned, because you already know what alignment feels like. You already know what home feels like inside of you. This is also about you knowing your impact, right? And how much you relay that energetically to the people who come into your world. If he decides not to receive that, that is his choice. I also want you to deepen faith in him, deepen faith in his soul's contract to be in space with you at this time. And the fact that he does desire to receive from him some of this for you. And this doesn't mean that you guys need to have it come into conversation about this. I say with intimate relationships all the time, we talk too much. Stop talking so much. Stop talking so much. Trust the energetic exchange, because both of you, no matter what's coming out of your mouths, signed up to receive something from one another in this exchange. So I want you to trust that he's receiving from you. Trust that you're receiving from him. Decide it is not going to be awkward anymore. Decide it is not going to be misaligned, because you don't stand for having exchanges in your life, especially your closest circle, that are misaligned. So you're either going to know really quickly that he's going to start moving away because he doesn't desire to match you in that, but you're not going to force anything. How is this feeling, Sharon, so far? How is this landing for you? I'm also going to pull one card for you. Yeah, take it in deeper. It feels like honestly, you know what I keep seeing, Sharon? I keep seeing you. This is part of what I think you might be avoiding. You let me know. But honestly, like, this feels like they're just like activating the fuck out of you right now, Sharon. Like, it just feels like they're inviting you into, like, step up. Like, you're a goddess, you're a leader, you are powerful, you have impact, you're here to be in power. Like, it's time for you to lead. It's time for you to be a spiritual guide. It's time for you to do this. Who gives a shit about everything else? It's going to come into alignment. You dictate this. Time to take the reins. Time to, like, drive your chariot, lead your chariot. And whoever wants to jump on can absolutely jump on, even if they're hanging out the back and they're flying in the wind, because they're like, holy shit, right? Like, ride your chariot, drive it. That's what keeps coming forward. Yay, Lux. I'm so glad you're receiving it. Here's your card, Sharon. Leadership. You cannot make this shit up. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. You have to claim this. You have to choose this. Who is meant to follow will? Who you are meant to lead will follow your leadership. Claim your leadership. Let's go. What's so funny is, as I was shuffling, I was picturing, I was like, what would happen if the leadership card came up right now? I was like picturing it in my head because I know this deck so well, and it freaking came up. You have to be kidding me. Oh, I feel so satisfied right now. Oh, yeah. Journal about that shit, Sharon. Oh my God, that felt good. Sorry, I need to just, like, Celebrate this for like Sharon. I feel like you just got elevated like 10 degrees. Oh man, let's go. All right, I am going to do one more, dudes. I am fired up. Full moon in Leo. Invoke blessings. Let's go. Guys, fully embody and master the Akashic records and wildly expand your consciousness and channeling abilities. Please come into Akashic immersion and amplify this shit times 8,000. Oh my God. Let's go. This is the work. I just love this work, man. All right. I'm feeling drawn to two people, so I'm just going back. Yeah, okay. Alicia Williams. Oh, I love that shade blue too. I realized this morning after a big argument yesterday with my sister about what she wants from me is way beyond what I could possibly give her. Sometimes it is the best thing to say, I love you so much. And I'm sorry, like it doesn't feel like with where I'm going and with where you're going, like on our paths right now, like that I just don't know that I'm meant to be the one that offers that to you right now. Right. Cause like I'm honoring my bandwidth and I'm honoring what's coming up for you. And I just want to be really honest. Like that's not something I can offer you right now. You know, like sometimes that's the most loving thing we can do is just be like, listen, I want to be able to offer that to you, but like, it's just not like, that's not alive for me right now. Maybe in a week, maybe in a month, maybe in a year. I don't know. But like right now, I got to honor what feels right, you know? All right, Alicia Williams, are you still here, my love? I'm finally ready to get out of my own way in terms of healing and take the next steps. But the closer I get, I'm afraid of letting go of the past and truly stepping onto my path. Any guidance? Oh, I got guidance. I got guidance. You still here, Alicia Williams? Take a deep breath with me, friends. Thank you, Sherry Jones. Truly. I will love you and invite you forward way beyond what you could ever imagine. The magic that is made in the space between human and human while the akasha is present. All right. I don't know if Alicia Williams is still here. We all are exactly where we need to be. I want to receive this from Sherry Jones. Can we all receive this from Sherry Jones? We all are exactly where we need to be, present in this very moment. We are here to heal our families and communities. We are the love. We are the peace. We are the healing. Trust yourself. Yeah, you're here. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Guys, when you read messages that somebody has brought through, do not necessarily just connect with the words. This is why I read things multiple times. This is why I will slow down and read them, because I am feeling into the vibration that's coming through them. We all are exactly where we need to be present in this very moment. Like feel the frequency, the transmission that comes through, because that's just the words that she has filtered through her human to express, but there is pure divine energy within that and behind that you are meant to receive. We are here to heal our families and communities. We are here. We are the love. We are the peace. We are the healing. Trust yourself. Thank you. Okay. All right, Alicia Williams. The first thing that comes forward around this, with the closer I get to being out of my own way and taking the next steps, I'm afraid of letting go of the past and truly stepping onto my path. Any guidance? Yes, you're exactly where you need to be. This is a sign. This is a sign that you are tipping over the edge of the threshold of your comfort zone. This is a sign that you are allowing yourself to be stretched into the next version of yourself. When we say, I'm afraid of letting go of the past, no, you're not. You think you're afraid of letting go of the past. But really what's happening is your nervous system is twitching because you've come up against an edge. So if I'm lifting weights, which is hilarious because I don't lift weights, so I'm just going to pretend that I do. I'm going to just like be a boss in this right now, right? I'm going to try this on for size. If I'm lifting weights, calling this into my reality, and I continue to do reps or I continue to add weights, my muscles are going to shake. My body is going to shake. I'm going to start feeling out of breath. I might even feel tension extending through other areas of the body. And I'm like, okay, just 2 more because I know this is going to get me to the next level. That's what this is. It is the edge of your nervous system meeting your comfort zone. And it is stretching beyond your comfort zone and it's starting to shake at the edges. It's like, oh, this bitch is serious, right? Like this bitch is serious. Like she's actually moving. She's actually taking this next steps. Like that's what you're actually doing, my friend. You're actually doing this. Like you have gotten out of your own way and you are stepping into it. And all you're feeling is the reverberation of what it feels like when we step into it. And you're misinterpreting it as being afraid of letting go. You've already let go. The shake is what you need to be with as a nervous system adjustment and expansion rather than a sign that you need to go backwards and heal something else, or need to make sure that you let go of the past, or need to come into greater compassion around the fact that you're letting go of the past. It's already done. The past has been let go. Okay? You are here in this present moment. You know where you're being drawn already. I can feel this. Like you're ready. You're moving. You're already stepping into it. And so it's just shifting your recognition of that fear and recognize that all that is a frequency that's showing up that feels like fear, but it's really a shaking into more, into an expansion. So what I do when this happens, because this happens to all of us all the time, dudes, right? As we're on this path, I'm like, ooh, okay, I'm expanding. Here we go. And I meet my body in that. And I'm like, all right, we're going to breathe. We're going to move. I might do some Qigong. I might do some tapping. I might even do some journaling. I might do some kind of like even guttural sounds like, oh, right? Like, oh, and like letting myself just feel what's coming through me because it can feel like frustration. It can feel like attention, but it's really just I'm going to kind of like roar like a lion until my next level, right? Like, oh, shake it out, shake it out. All right, I got this. I got this. I'm moving. I'm here. I am here. I am now. I am. Oh, it feels so good to be in that next level of myself. Okay, I got this. I got this. I got this. Move the body. Bring the body into this. All right. How is this feeling? How is this feeling for you? You're so welcome, Krista. Thank you for being here. I know, isn't it a great community? I forget who I was talking to about this the other day, and I was just like, dude, I love going live here. I love going live in my Facebook community, the expansion portal. Both of those communities are just incredible people. Every single time, incredible people, loving people, real people, genuine people who are like truly devoted to this path and like truly receptive to what's coming forward and actually integrate this shit. It's very nice. Journeying and listening to you is special. Thank you. I receive that. I receive that. All right, Alicia Williams, tell me how this lands. What is alive for all of you? What did you take from this experience today? Hi, Crystal. What did you take from this experience today? What is the one thing that you are going to step forward into, that you are going to implement, that's going to stick with you, and you're just going to be in presence with? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, and Alicia Williams, I would love to know how that landed in your field as well. You're so welcome. Wow. Okay. Welcome to the Akashic Records, Alicia Williams. Wow. Okay. That's kind of yeah. I'm so glad it made you cry. Like ask Sherry Jones. I love it when people cry because that's the energy moving. It's you opening. It's you're letting yourself receive. You're letting yourself shift. You're letting yourself see more of yourself. And crying is also a great way to allow that edge to adjust. So you're letting the nervous system adjust. Let it adjust. Don't make it mean anything. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Tammy. I'm going to say less, be more. Oh, music to my ears. You just filled my soul, Wild Gems 4. Thank you. Why I do what I do. Live in the truth of my body and not the fears and limitations of the mind. Yes. Thanks to Jenna for that phrase. I love you guys. So beautiful. And as I said, if you guys want to come into community with me, face-to-face powwow like this all the freaking time and just go deeper, 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 deeper into the depths of not only what's coming up in your human, but what's available like in your soul's path, like in the frequencies that are coming through the quantum for you right now, like just blow the lid off of your expansion, open the body, and bring yourself into a space where you feel really grounded in it, where you feel really confident in it, where you feel like this is how I live my life now. Like I live my life from this space of trust, from this space of like, I can see the truth. I can see through to the truth of all of these 3D situations that are coming up. I'm not letting myself get distracted by them, right? Like I'm claiming myself as somebody who energetically leads my life in any way, shape, or form, right? That's Akashic immersion. And I would love to see you. But again, if you guys haven't worked with me before and you want to kind of get your feet wet, these links are also in the description. So you guys can come back to this live and also jump into soul medicine if you want, or grab the ebook or shoot me an email. I'm always open to hearing from you. If you're like, I kind of want to like do something, but I don't really know where to begin, I'm happy to tune into your soul and just be like, hey, I'll bring forward a message for you and let you know. I'll drop my email here because I know a lot of people prefer that rather than deciding with their minds, and you can feel kind of lost in all this energetic stuff. So I don't know if you can tell, but I'm shuffling. So I'm just pulling one more card for the group before we go. Change. With a happy little chameleon here. This is like, you can create anything you want. Not sure where to go, Wild Gems? Shoot me an email. Are you cool with that? Are you comfortable with shooting me an email? Or if you connect with me on social media, you can also message me like on Instagram or Facebook. You can let me know. I can drop those links if that makes your life easier. But guys, you can create anything you want. And when we talk about a chameleon, right? Like it's morphing with its environment. I'm talking about morphing with spirit. Like, can you shift with spirit? Can you shift as spirit shifts? We think about, oh, I got to like be consistent, or I got to show up in a certain way, right? And it's like, can you be okay with being seen as flaky? Can you be okay with being seen as somebody who changes their mind? Because when you move with spirit, you're always unfolding. And something you may decide today might shift tomorrow. And that's okay, because your integrity and your devotion to spirit and your consistency with spirit and your relationship there is more important than your consistency to how you're showing up in this world. Like, it doesn't have to look the same every day. You don't have to say the same thing every freaking day. I'm more interested in your integrity to your soul than I am in your integrity to what's going on in your human. And that might mean that people say, oh, she can't really commit, or, you know, she's moving this way or that way. And it's like, no, I stand in my truth. And I make that very, very clear to everyone in my life. I move where I am moved. I move where I am moved. This is how I move. This is how I operate. And as I operate, you guys, every single person in my field is totally chill with this and moves into this more themselves and feels so much more liberated and fulfilled and receives so much more in their lives. Can you morph with the natural flow of spiritual evolution? Can you move with that? Yeah, you can email me too. Anybody can email me. That's fine. We can chat. Let's chat wherever you want to chat. Right? The word flaky. I used to feel that way. I used to be like nervous about being seen as flaky. And some of this wounding came from like my dad, who was like, Mr. Lawyer, sign a contract. I got you a car at 16. You need to sign a contract for it. Right? Like, everything was a contract. How do you know that? What's your evidence? I don't have fucking evidence. I have a sensation inside my body. Right? I'm cool with saying that now. I wasn't then. I was scared. Right? I'd be like, I don't know. I'm not good enough. I don't know. And now I'm like, because I feel it and I have no evidence and I trust exactly where I'm going. And trust me, when you see where I'm going and you taste some of that Kool-Aid, you're going to want to come too, just so you know. But that's okay. You can negate it now and say that I'm flaky, but I'm going to have a lot of freaking fun along the way. And there's no way you're not going to get impacted by how happy I am. Like, sorry. Right? I used to be very uncomfortable with that too. I love Spirit. Thank you for the card, Spirit. Thank you all for being here. I love you so much. Yeah. We don't have to explain anything. We need to trust ourselves more and move on that. And also boldly say, not only am I moving on this, but you're going to benefit from this. You're welcome for not falling prey to your judgment of me. You're welcome. Because when I say, okay, that's your truth. You can see me however you want to see me. I'm going to keep doing me because it's just really fucking fun and it feels good. And isn't it loving to myself? We were talking about self-love earlier, Namira. I think this was Namira. Like, isn't it loving to myself to just choose what feels good? Dude, more of us should do that. Hello? I'm going to stand for that for the planet. Okay. I love you guys. Time to go. This was so much fun. Email me if you want to connect and be like, listen, I want to do something, but I have no friggin', like, I'm lost in the sauce. All right. We can chat. Yes, Sherry. And see what you just said? I love being in the presence of validation and truth. You are validation and truth. You are validation and truth. And I want you to write that right now before we close. I'm not closing this live until you write this, Sherry. I am validation and truth. I am presence. I am pure validation and truth. Claim that you are witnessing the reflection of yourself and community. I am pure presence. I am the frequency of validation and truth. Everyone can claim this. Once I see it, I will close the live. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are here this morning. Happy full moon in Leo, everybody. I am validation and truth. Thank you. It is done. Have a beautiful Sunday. Bye for now.